I wanted to condemn Canada for denying CDS visa, but when I heard the number of people for the trip, my body weak me. Can you imagine? Shehu Sani. So this man, after defecting to APC, is still talking. Wow. And when Nigerians continue to believe him, well, APC supporters will continue to regard his words because he has moved from PDP to APC, APC back to PDP, PDP back to APC again. This man, I'm telling you, so it's time to stop taking his words serious because we will now see that he's driven by stomach infrastructure. So he said he wanted to condemn Canadian embassy for denying our chief of defense staff, Major General Christopher Musa, okay, until he saw the number of people for the trip, his body weakened. Can you imagine? I know that there must be a reason why that visa was denied anyway, because Nigerians, they will want to travel on a diplomatic visa. They will carry almost every. It's like this a quota system across the country. Everybody must be represented in every trip, or every region must be represented in every trip, which does not add value. Eh? What was he going to do to honor war veterans? Meanwhile, the war veterans in Nigeria, their families are suffering. Yeah, wow. So let's see how Shehu Sani's body got weakened when he saw the number of people for the trip to Canada. In a surprising turn of events, ex-Senator Shehu Sani has expressed a change of heart regarding Nigerians' mass migration to Canada. Initially, Sani had intended to condemn Canada for attracting Nigerian migrants, but after learning about the purpose of the trip and the large number of people involved, he softened his stance. Can you imagine? Here is what he wrote on his official X handle. I wanted to condemn Canada, but when I heard the purpose of the trip and the number of people when they won't travel, my body come weak. This candid admission highlights the complexity of the issue and Sani's willingness to reconsider his initial stance. What value will his initial stance add to everybody or everything? He's just trying to be popular. Sani's initial criticism was largely driven by concerns over brain drain, where Nigeria loses its skilled workforce to other countries. However, upon understanding the personal motivations behind the migration and the scale of the movement, he began to see things from a different perspective. Are you sure this guy is not talking about Christopher Musa? This guy, these people writing this, they are mixing up things between normal migration and Christopher Musa's trip to Canada. The situation highlighted the complex dynamics of migration driven by Canada's welcoming immigration policies and the promise of better opportunities. Many Nigerians are drawn to Canada's attractive pathways to permanent residency, education, and job. I wanted to condemn Canada, but when I heard the purpose of the trip and the number of people when one travel, my body come weak. Of course. So, but the writer is trying to mix up this thing with normal migration to Canada. So, someone say, in a country where militants are overrunning our military bases, taking swatches of land, killing and maiming thousands, we have nearly 100 army officers going on jamboree in Canada to waste taxpayers' money. Some with their girlfriends. There's no justification for that trip. In fact, we should thank Canadian High Commission for denying them that visa and saving the taxpayers' money. That is true. That is true. Someone say, what is your source of information on the number of dignitaries that intended going to Canada? And what is your business? Have you not heard what Sani said? Someone say, go and ask Google. Exactly. Go and ask Google. Google is your friend. The stupid thieves can find another way of stealing taxpayers' money now. Of course, so, just like police statement, saying one way close, another way go open. That be this one. So now that Canada had denied them visa, they will now start planning other ways again to get this loot. The number is about 70 personnel going for that trip. I commend Canada for turning them down. Exactly. Everybody is happy. He wasn't interested in the number, but the source of information. He should ask Google, of course. That is the problem with those government officials. People are suffering with poor electricity, poor security, or those on government care less about them. Morons that mistakenly hijack the nation. One day, all these nonsense will expire. Not be lie. Eh? May God continue to bless Canada for rejecting them or rejecting their evil plan. Imagine 70 military personnel. Are they going for war? Want to go squander taxpayers' money? Chai, Niger, nothing will not go see for this country. Not be lie. This is a national waste. More than $1 million would have been wasted. Of course, that's what happens when you have idiots serving as a country. Quite unfortunate too, when you have people like Nigeria crop of politicians at the helm of affairs. This is what you see. Selfish interest and wastage is what you see. Well, my concern is you are going to Canada to go and honor war veterans. Who invited you? Eh? Now, look at the Nigerian system. Look at how many people ISWAP, Boko Haram, bandits, and herdsmen have claimed in Nigeria. Look at, what do they call it, extrajudicial killings that have been done by the police across checkpoints in Nigeria. Look at robbery and kidnapping going on in Nigeria. You have not celebrated the soldiers or the police that have died in the process of trying to protect the country, but you are going to outside the country to go at the honor war veterans. Does that make sense to anybody? So everybody, all of us are happy that Canadian embassy denied them that visa. Let them come back and do something at home. I'm telling you. Let them come back and do something at home. And somebody say, who do us this? APC, may God touch your heart to have mercy on this country. Is it APC? Eh? It's like there's no atom of austerity in the thinking of the military senior officials. Of course, the chief of defense staff said some of them were granted visa while some of them were denied. I knew there must be reason. Of course. Some of them don't have any reason to go in there. When you look at the records, look at their reason for going, you know that it doesn't make sense. That is it. It doesn't make sense. So it was good that they were denied that visa. And everybody is happy. So thank you for listening and let's have your comments.